There's a precarious nature to the way that different kinds of lifters pay attention to different kinds of details. There's a vast allotment of things that new lifters pay heavy attention to, which doesn't really matter as much as they think it does, versus the things that lifters at the top level will pay attention to, which they may seem small, but end up making the biggest difference in the end. You see, as a top lifter myself, ranking 33 through 35th tied all-time raw, I have a set of ideas and measurables, which I keep track of every single day. Things like step count, the amount of cardio that I'm doing every day, naturally, passively. The foods that I'm eating, the training that I'm doing, the recovery that I'm doing. Keeping track of these things over little minute details. I have acquaintances and friends who are also at the top level, some stronger than me, some a little less. These measurables seem to be common among top lifters. You've got Shane Hunt, who keeps track of the amount of breathing that he does through his mouth and nose. And this is to keep track of and maintain his hydration levels throughout the day. Because the more that you talk, the more that you breathe through your mouth, the more hydration you are expending and projecting into the air. Joe Sullivan, another top lifter, keeps track of the steps that he takes towards recoveries. Small, little things such as red light therapy, ice baths, for meditation purposes, not necessarily to reduce inflammation. And my buddy Shane Haller, who is stronger than me, keeps track of the foods that he keeps on hand in his body, specifically a fiber supplement that he takes every day to keep his bathroom visits ready. Now, let's go into the common theme of things that newer lifters will track. Things like which program they're on versus which programs work, which programs top lifters use versus what program they're using. Things like the weights matching each other and looking aesthetically pleasing. Things like optimal movements, where barbell rows aren't very optimal. The T handle for lat pull downs is not optimal. The music choice in which they use, the deadlift bar that they use. These things, though they may seem important at a level, on a surface level, they're not necessarily the most important things that you should be paying attention to in training. It is important to use correct equipment. As a newer lifter, you are not going to be lifting heavy enough to see a lot of difference between a high quality bar like the Kabuki bar versus a lower quality bar. Well, Texas Strength bar is still high quality. It's just a difference in whip ratio. Kind of like a coefficient that you add to an equation that will determine how much whip that you're going to get. These factors create crutches that newer lifters rely on. I have to use the Kabuki bar because if I don't, I will not hit a PR. That creates a mental block in yourself that will limit yourself from making progress in the gym. I can't do this exercise because it is suboptimal. This is if you worry about being optimal all the time and stressing these things out, you will end up not doing anything because everything is suboptimal at a face level. annoys newer lifters the most is when they ask top level lifters, well, what's the secret? What do you do? What is it? And the top level lifters will answer consistency and hard work. Which is what we are going to talk about, the theme of the newer lifters. They like the razzle-dazzle of the sport. They like how aesthetically pleasing it is to lift heavyweight while looking good while doing so. But the top lifters, they focus more on the total. They focus more on the things outside of the gym that will impact their effectiveness in the gym. The theme for top-level lifters on the things that they track is that it's the recovery aspects. They know that they're going to be doing the work in the gym. They know that it works. They know that they're consistent enough. It's the things outside of the gym, which is difficult to enact, enable, and practice that's going to end up making or breaking you in the gym. It's the outside of the gym aspects that you need to track. The newer level lifters will be looking for that razzle dazzle, that shiny thing, the popular thing to do, not because it's the right thing to do, but because they believe that it will make them stronger faster. Patience is a virtue. So when you're looking at measurables that you are tracking, you have to assess whether or not you are tracking them because they're going to increase your recovery and make you stronger, or if you're just trying to avoid hard work.